Konekt. Kupata information unataka Konekt. Life ni journey pia ni process Konekt. For every step una make it builds a different outcome. It always comes together. Everything in life is a process. Life is a journey. Believe in the process. Everything in life comes together. Life is a journey. Believe in the process. Inspiring, informing, and impacting. This is the Konekt.
Yo, what's up, my people? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for yet another power-packed live from the Konekt Studios. Today, we have a great story for you. We're gonna talk about social media. I know this is a big topic. You know, our young people are getting on social media. Even our older people, we've seen them on social media as well. We just want to understand, why do people go into social media and why do they create content for social media as well? We've seen even businesses as well now marketing on social media. So we just want to understand what really pushes people, what pushes business to actually go on social media, and what is this thing called social media. So today I have a great guests lined up for you from, I don't want to call them, they're not all millennials, but yes, it's millennials going down. I didn't get a bit of the older generation, but we're gonna have a great discussion tonight, and we're gonna meet our guests tonight. And without any further ado, guys, join me to welcome our guests tonight. On my left, right there, we have Maureen. Maureen is actually a digital marketing manager. She also is creating content for the social media, and as well, she loves singing. So if you won't find Maureen doing TikTok, or I don't know what they call it, but yeah, I'm gonna find out tonight. You'll find her somewhere singing. So welcome
Yes.
so much, Maureen.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Pete, for having me, and it's good to be here. Looking forward to it.
And then on the farthest left, yeah, and you can tell me if I'm getting it wrong, because on my screen, yeah, I don't know if they're on my right or left, but yeah, I can say on my farthest left is one of our youngest guests tonight. She goes by the same Sally. Sally is an international student, Kenyan international student studying nursing at ACU, Australian Catholic University. She's also a support worker, and if you don't find her doing any of those, whether studying or giving care, Sally loves to sing and watch movies. And some of her hobbies is dancing. I want to find out, how did she even get that hobby of dancing? And today we're gonna hear more from our guest, who's Sally. Karibu sana, Sally.
Hi. Thank you for having me, Pete. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Awesome. And then on the other side, right in the middle, I don't know why I put him in the middle, but anyway, he's one of, I can call him a good friend. And he's actually a semi footballer. He's actually pushing to go pro. It's gonna happen, bro. And he's also a support worker and also an IT graduate. Apart from that, he's also a social network content creator. I don't know how you give yourself, send yourself to go and create content on social media. So we're gonna find out today. And I'm gonna start with Sally. Sally, why social media? Why did you even decide to go on social media?
Well, for me, it was idleness most of the time, as in I can't comprehend what made me do it, but I was so idle. Remember that period when you finish high school and you have all the freedom, like no more grounding from your parents and stuff. So I had a lot of freedom on my hand. So I was like, so what am I gonna do that I'm not in school and I'm not doing, parent stuff? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna join TikTok, or I'm gonna just open an account and start doing my stuff. But when I was in high school, I used to love those modern dancers and stuff. So I wasn't sure that I was into it. But I started. I just opened an account and then started doing the challenges. It's pretty much easy because you just focus on the challenges and the trending sounds. And yeah, I found myself, oh wow, I can do it. So why not? So
I,
yeah,
I I
that's
don't
how I.
I don't know about that part of being easy, because I actually tried it. And Yeah, we're not gonna go on that tonight. I don't want you to call me old school, but yeah, we're gonna go to you, Devi. Devi, why did you go on social media? Why did you start creating content for social media?
Um, First of all, hi guys. uh, my story started like a long time ago. Um, I think I was when I was in high school back in Kenya before I moved here. I was in drama club, and back then I would say something or I would do something, and people would say, "Hey, now you're funny," you know. And then after high school, I wanted to pursue that line of profession, but I lost a few friends like here and there who moved, and a few happened to move overseas. So every time they would come back home after a few years, they would be like, "Oh, there's this something called this app, and this app you guys can register, and we can be talking, and we can be messaging like all the time because it is expensive to call back home from say somewhere like UK." So, well, obviously, then when I joined college, I had to have an email address. And I remember then when I had an email address, I had Yahoo. And Yahoo, there's a way you could write email addresses and send e-cards and stuff. And then as technology started growing and advancing, they started bringing in chat boxes and all that. So over years, I developed this desire to create content, especially now after Facebook came into existence, and it changed everybody's life, and everybody wanted to be seen. So for me, um, my desire was out of the creativity I brought from high school, basically, that pushed me to want to say something out there.
So,
I
so,
think
so
I
I,
think yeah.
I don't want to get, because you've actually told us your age right there, but we're not gonna go to that because you're talking about Facebook, someone is talking about TikTok, but we're not gonna go into that anyway. I'm gonna go straight to Maureen, and I just want to hear from Maureen. Why did you go to create content for social media? Maureen, over to you.
Well, thanks, Pete. I wouldn't say much about age, but I guess I land somewhere in the middle because I'm mainly on Instagram. But yeah, for me, social media started out as a thing everyone was doing, just as a way to connect with people, and it was the in thing. So started off there. But for me, mainly, like I've just always been I made a decision a while back just to share the things I'm passionate about, like my faith, using whatever platforms I get. And it wasn't really a platform thing. It was just, hey, I learned this really cool thing. Let me share. And it started with photos. And then when I started building up that confidence because of singing, I started sharing it on Instagram, like on IGTV. And then I've tried a few platforms, but I think for me, Instagram is one that has stuck and felt like home. But then I think last year when they introduced Reels on Instagram, I did a bit of TikTok, but I found more comfortable, like again, just a preference thing, being on Instagram. So that really started being in lockdown. What else are you doing? You can't go meet with friends. You can't do anything. Yeah, so just pushing creative limits by creating on Instagram. So that's been, it's fun. And honestly, like the bottom line is that it's fun. So that's pretty much what I can say. Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. It's fun, but I want us to dig a bit deeper before I get to the benefits, or is it worth it? I want to
Mm.
understand, how do you even create content on social media? How long does it take? Is it something you just wake up in the morning and I woke up like this? Anyway, I'm not going there. But we're gonna start with Sally. How how long does it take to create maybe one content? Maybe to give us perspective. Is it easy to create content on social media?
Well, oh, thank you, Pete. Oh, well, if you're passionate about it, for me, I'll talk about my experience. For me, if I like a challenge on TikTok, or I maybe a crush celebrity, or maybe someone that I is my peer or something, that I see it and then I'm gonna be practicing it, and then I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna keep on doing it, keep on doing it. By the time I decide that I'm gonna take my phone and do it, I have everything, I have all the idea that I gotten from practicing, and doing it over and over again when I'm at work, when I'm in school, when I'm driving. I'm just thinking about, oh my God, I have to do that TikTok. I have to do that TikTok. So yeah, so at the end of the day, it's how passionate you are and how you want your content to be. So if you want your content to be good and to be liked and have views, well, you have to practice. And I wouldn't say it's easy. It's easy. For me, it's a bonus that I can dance a little bit, but it's not easy to just, you can't just wake up and create something, Pitch. Come on. You have to be passionate about it.
But quick, another question, and then the rest will actually follow. How do you balance then work, school, and TikTok? Because that's quite a challenge. And if you're saying it's not easy creating content, how do you even balance that, Sally?
That's what I'm saying. I keep everything. When I'm at work, I make sure that during when I'm attending to a client, it just runs in my head. I'm like, oh my God, it's, I don't know, I think I'm addicted. So I balance it in such a way that it's a way of entertainment. And I tell myself, well, I don't like going to the gym. So what else am I gonna do? So I'm gonna say, oh, like today I'm gonna do like 3 TikToks. That's like 3 days of gym day. So yeah. And I'm not a person who can go to the gym and start working out. So I find it as it's therapeutical and yeah, a lot of
Amazing.
stuff.
We're gonna come to the benefits in a little while, but now I'm gonna go to David. David, is it
Yeah.
easy, and how do you balance that between being a footballer, a carer, and all that you do? Is it easy, and how do you balance that? Over to you, David.
Well, it's not easy because first you have to prioritize what's important at the other. You know, for me, social media is where I connect with my online community, my network of friends, and I try to look for connections on my free time. Um, Semi-professional football that I'm in, sort of, it doesn't give you that, maximum wage you'll be looking for, but it still gives you something. But also work, I have work. The way I work is I normally do these things on my off days. So I have a set of way I work, and I have a time where I have to set apart to do the things I love. Like, when I'm doing TikTok, or when I'm vlogging with my spouse, or when I'm doing other things like soccer. So normally I set, like, on the day that I'm playing soccer is the day I know I'm free to also do TikToks. So, like for me, I do TikToks every Tuesday, Thursday, and the weekends. So Saturday is my game day, match day. Tuesday is my training days, and Thursdays are my training days. So on those days, I work half day, and then in the evening, I have to go for trainings, and I create time after that for TikToks and any other content, maybe Instagram or Facebook.
Wow,
I'm
it's
everywhere.
like a full-time job. We're gonna
Wow.
we're gonna we're gonna come to that in a while. I'm gonna come back to that, David. But I want to hear from Maureen as well. Being a digital marketing manager and also doing IG reels, and sometimes you sing and you're creating music and doing all that. How do you balance it? But before you tell me how you balance, is it easy creating content on social media? Over to you, Maureen.
Thanks, Pete. Well, I think my other two friends sound more professional than I am when it comes to content creation. I think for me, I can say yes, it can be challenging, but again, it depends. Like because for me, I'm generally, I think most creatives, it comes with the inspiration, right? So like on a day you're really inspired or motivated, like what Sally has said, like you'll keep obsessing about something until you get it right and you learn it and you do it perfectly. So for me, I work, and it's probably not a great system, but I work based off of like inspiration. So like I batch create content. Like the day I'm feeling on fire, I can spend the entire day just creating content, doing different videos. I think it depends on also the kind of videos. So the ones where I'm singing, those take a bit longer. Like probably I'll do them over a couple of days because I have to do the track, and then do the video and then edit all of it together. But then there are some that are just on the fly. Like if I just feel inspired, I might just pick up my phone, sing something, share like whatever inspirational word I have. So yeah, but it is like it's time consuming, like that much I can say. Yeah, so and the second part of your question, like how to balance all of those. I mean, I think balance, is there such a thing as balance? I think you sacrifice here and there. So sometimes it means maybe you stay up later than you would, or you sacrifice maybe like you're like, oh, I'll meet my friends maybe a bit later. In the morning, I'll wake up a bit earlier, like on a weekend to make some time to create content. And then I think for me, because it's my work as well, just to be up to date on what's happening online, what's trending, all these things. So I do find myself spending a lot of time on social media, just generally, even just for work purposes, just to keep up with what's going on. So maybe that helps as well. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So I've realized it takes a lot of effort and sacrifice and all that. I'm gonna ask a simple question because we've known social media with either addiction, it has negative effects on your mental health and all that. I'm gonna ask a very maybe private, or I just want to understand, what does social media do for you in terms of your mental health? We're gonna talk about mental health a bit, and then after that we're gonna go a bit further and hear what are the benefits, especially for you guys as content creators. What are the benefits for you? But in terms of mental health, how do you do to put yourself in a good space, because you might get addicted, and you might even while you're working or you're doing something, you just say, no, I'm not going to go to work today, I'm going to create content. But I hope that's not the case. But how do you protect yourself to have a balance, and what does that do to you, to your mental health? Is it good for your mental health, or does it have a negative impact to your mental health? I'm going to start with you, David, and then we're going to go to Sally. So David, what does that do to you, to your mental health?
Well, considering that the fact that a lot of us young people are on the internet nowadays, and everybody want to be seen, or everybody want to say something, or everybody want to be heard, most people. Um, for me, being there on the social media, for me, I'm very cautious first and foremost, because I do understand the levels that it can get me to um, when it comes to mental health. So, for example, I'm gonna use like we've been in lockdown for like 2 years now, huh? So in those 2 years, it was very critical for me because there is nothing else you're doing after work. You're not playing soccer, you're in lockdown. So after work, there is nothing else that you're doing. And this is where I got to a point I realized I'm spending too much time, and I'm starting to develop signs of, like I'm questioning myself. I'm telling myself some things, and I'm comparing myself with other things that I'm learning on the internet, and I could easily feel them affecting me. So every website that you go to, every social network that you go to, they have that thing you call, they have a page you call social well-being or digital well-being. It is where you access information on the much time you spend on the internet, and the things that you realize. There are some things they've listed there. They say if you realize that you're experiencing these things, it's time to stop, or it's time to take a break. So one thing I've come to realize was I was spending too much time, and it was affecting especially my relationship with other people, and I was losing focus. I was easily getting withdrawn and reserved, and I felt like my best friend is my phone or my electronic gadgets. And then I started like secluding people out, you know. But over time, people will come and say, I think and I think, Pete, you witnessed this. There's a time I've been away on TikTok for quite some time. I took a break, a huge break. And most of the people probably, when TikTok broke out, and it was big, the next big thing, most of the people I was doing TikToks with have already like been verified and stuff. So for me, from that point, today I sit back and I'm like, if I didn't take a break, probably I'll be verified by now. Verified people are getting they're getting business, they're getting deals, they're making money and all that. So all this pressure starts to weigh on you. So the best thing I did to reciprocate that was to start vlogging. So at the same time, I'm doing something with my wife. We are vlogging, and at the same time, I'm able to access my social media platforms at certain given times, and at the same time, I'm also enjoying my time with my family and also friends that I can go and create content with.
Wow, amazing. I think
Yeah.
you're coming to a very good point, which I'll ask later on. What are those steps that you've taken? You've taken steps where you say, okay, this is the only time I'm social media. After that, I have time with my wife, I have time with my family, I have time with my friends, which is very critical because you never know when time is moving when you're on social media. You're just flipping and flipping the pages, and before you know it, time has actually gone by. So we're gonna ask
Yeah.
Maureen the same thing. What has social media maybe impacted your life, either on a positive or negative, and what have you done to to balance that? Like David has said, he actually put structures and measures in place. So for Maureen, what has that been for you?
Yeah. So I think for me, social media has just given me a creative outlet, a space that I can express my creativity. I think it's also helped me, like especially at the height of lockdowns last year here in Melbourne. Following the news every day, I found would give me a lot of anxiety, like just, all the uncertainty and you're not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. And, nobody saw anything coming. But for me, what it did was it helped distract me in a positive way. Like it was a positive distraction from all the chaos that was happening. And it was like, okay, I can escape to this small bubble and it's good. But also for me at that time, because I realized if I'm feeling anxious about the situation in the world, there's probably a lot of other people who are feeling it as well. And like I said, for me, the main purpose with my social media has always been to share faith, to share encouragement with people. So it gave me also an avenue to connect with people and share the things that were on my heart, the meditations I was doing, things I was praying about, reading in the Bible. I would share them with people, and it was a place where you connect with people, and there's so many people I connected with, even being able to pray with certain people going through a really difficult time, and it formed a good sense of like, you know what, we're in it together. It's not You're not alone. I think like with anything, too much of anything is poisonous. So I remember my mom used to tell me that a lot when I was young. So, but it's true, like also it's social media. So I've definitely felt like some of what David has shared, like in terms of that drain, or you start to compare yourself with others. I think the other thing is like being conscious of not chasing numbers. Like it's so easy because it's everyone wants to see, you want to go viral, or there's all these, it pays obviously, but like it's for me, I'm very careful that it's not at the expense of my mental health. So for sure, I think having a purpose, and my purpose being that faith and encouragement, has helped keep me grounded. um, and I take breaks when needed. When I see myself like even that there's so much content that I've recorded but then haven't put out because I know my heart and my head were not in the right place. So I think for me that's kind of like the positive is that you get to connect with other people, you feel like you're not alone, and you can encourage one another. I think the negative is if you're not careful, you can get into a trap of comparison and chasing vanity metrics like likes and numbers. And you always have to go back to the why. Like it has to be bigger than kupendwa na wase. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So much wisdom coming in today. What? Nuggets and nuggets and nuggets of wisdom. Amazing, Maureen. So we're gonna hear from Sally, and then after Sally, we're gonna take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna come back with very good, interesting perspective of social media as well. We've just touched the surface, but I want to hear from Sally as well. What does social media do for you, and what impact has it had for you, either positive or negative? And how have you been able to balance, especially on your mental health? Because social media is that thing that you're always in there and you're always, oh, that person is doing better than me, oh, they have a good look, man, they went to Hawaii, they went there, they went. You're always comparing. How do you do to how what do you do to safeguard yourself, and what does social media do to you? So Sally, over to you.
Wow, thanks, Pete. For me, honestly, Maureen and David, you're overboard with this. For me, it's when I don't find something to do interesting or when I need motivation to go to work. Like I would wake up, like if my shift is at 3 p.m., I would wake up like early, do my makeup, and just see when I'm not in bed and I'm up already, I'll be motivated to go to work. And during the pandemic and stuff, I'm a very outgoing person. I like going out, going for drives, going to meet other people. And yeah, so during lockdown, I wasn't able to do all the stuff that I like, that I enjoy doing. So I found that when I wake up and then I just take my screen, scroll, find whatever I like, and just copy and paste and record and dance. It really helped me to I felt like I'm engaging, even if it's not physical or in person. I was like, okay, regardless of being alone, being in a closed space all by myself, I'm still engaging with other people through social media, and through that, it kept me going. It kept giving me hope that, oh, well, even if we are in lockdown, even if you're in a certain bubble, we can still interact and socialize. And I stopped overthinking about, when am I gonna get out? When am I gonna be able to go for drives? So every time I start overthinking, I'm like, when are we gonna, when are the everything is gonna get back to normal? I just couldn't overthink anymore, because then I had something to look forward to. Or maybe I had a challenge that I wanted to do, or maybe I had I have a video in my head that I want to do. So it kept me going. So I stopped overthinking. I kept engaging with people, the comments, the likes, they keep you going. They're like, oh, these people are seeing me, these people are also. You feel like you're in the same situation. So it kept me going.
Wow, amazing. I think I'm liking this conversation today because you guys are getting vulnerable, which is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing what you're sharing right now. I hope it's helping someone out there. Social media is not bad. It just depends on how you're using it, and how you can put structures in place, and it can actually gives you that outlet, creative outlet for Maureen. For Sally, at least it gave her something to connect with people. For David as well, a creative outlet, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm loving this discussion. We're gonna continue this discussion just after we're gonna take a very short break. Sip your drink, if you have your drink there, coffee, water, and let's see our guests in action. We're gonna return after this short break.
Mondays I be going all natural. Tuesdays I be keeping it casual. Wednesdays I'ma post a little hump day pic, cause I happen to be sick, thick, actual. Thursdays I'm at the gym getting body, feeling real thotty. Everybody still call me Toddy, but Friday I'm insane, dripping in chains. Don't call my name, call me Drippy. $1,000 I go spend for your head. Suck on it once, I don't care what you said, cause your matter. Now him I want to carry for my head every night. Now you I want to carry to my bed. Oh, no, no. Don't tell me no, no, no. You could be my partner, never riding solo. And we can do I'm low-key, no need to party. Oh. I feel like what you're doing, oh yeah, baby, carry go. Left ass chick, right chick now. That dear down, make it wiggle down. Left ass chick, right chick now. That dear down, make it wiggle down.
Chodere nie do gata tego kihoto hapa.
Yeah, you eh? nĩndoka ndĩ mbere yaku mwathani
nĩndoka ndĩ mbere yaku mwathani
nĩnjũĩ ndĩna mehia matune ota gakaku
Punda wewe. Kĩũrimũ.
nĩkĩkĩhoto
ora woka ojoya kĩongo
nĩgũtherithia ndĩratherithia mehia
momoyete nĩ maitho
nĩ tondũ nĩ mathũku
mwathani weno tigana bara ĩno
ndĩrenda gũtharia ibuku-inĩ rĩakwa ngoma
Ngai. Ndĩko kwa ngoma.
nĩ kũrĩtũire
oi mwathani hau.
And I want to thank my haters too because because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me.
What? I'm just laughing at the back end here, just watching those videos. And my guests as well are just busting out laughing and just seeing their work. Sometimes it's good to watch yourself and see what you do, but it's amazing. It really helps you and you get engaged and you forget about everything else that is going on. Because with the COVID-19 pandemic and what we've gone through for the past almost 2 years, you might end up clogging yourself and closing yourself in. But thanks to social media, you can actually get creative and have fun while you're actually doing it. So we're gonna welcome our guests back, and they're still laughing at the back. What goes on in your mind when you're doing all this, I'm gonna give each a minute just to tell me, how do you choose your videos or your content? Like for David. Oh my God. Just that last video. I'm gonna start with you, David. The nails and the makeup. Who actually does that for you, David? How do you choose a video? Or how do you choose what video you're gonna do? David.
David, I'm literally crying.
Wow.
You know, when I've never actually seen myself beyond my screen, like my phone screen. Sorry. When I did that video was when I think Cardi B won an award, and we all know how Cardi B, she's so real. She doesn't fear anything, like she doesn't fear to express herself, and I'm that kind of a person. I'll pick up anything I want, and I know I can create and I can recreate it. So when I did that TikTok, it was trending then last year. And I remember I said to myself, I don't want to do long nails. I just want to make fun. Like, I want to recreate something funny. And I actually didn't know that TikTok was going to blow up and, go viral. So I did some pegs and I called myself Caddy Pegs. And I took my wife's wig and her shower cap, or her, that cup she uses to sleep and stuff. And quickly I said to her, can you just do like a random 5-second makeup? And she was like, pa, you're done. And I said, she actually thought I was making fun, because normally I just, sometimes I do play with makeup, with her makeup, and I say, I'm gonna do makeup for you and stuff, like the one I did on my YouTube channel. And I said to her, I'm gonna do TikToks now. So I went and did the TikTok, and she was on the floor laughing. Actually, that TikTok was so hard to do. I had like 15 drafts. And that's the final draft I had to pick, because we couldn't even finish doing it because we were so laughing. Sometimes I was doing like this, and the pegs could fall off and stuff. And it was so funny because it gave me a moment of satisfaction. For once I was Cardi B. But I like the way it came out. But also in a way, I wanted to show that it's good to pick something and create it in a way that is satisfying to you.
I'm just laughing at that video, but yeah, we can. So for Sally, how do you choose a video, and what video do you actually choose to do? So we're gonna hear from that, and then from Maureen, and then after that, we're gonna hear the benefits. Is it worth it being on social media or creating content on social media? But before that, Sally, which how do you choose your videos? The videos you do on TikTok, how do you choose them?
I just choose the ones that involve dancing and they have a trending song. And yeah, I don't have like I'm not a content creator. I think I'm just a dancer. So I can't lip sing and and do like David, and be creative. Yeah, I just find an easy dance style, something that I can do, something that was gonna engage me, and something that's not gonna drain me. Yeah, I do the easy stuff mostly. Yeah.
Amazing. And Maureen, how do you choose your videos?
I think for me, it's yeah, looking at some of the sounds that are trending, but then finding a way to put my own spin on it. So, just making it relevant to the things that I like to talk about and share about. So, there's lots of trends or sounds that involve the lip syncing, but then it's like when you overlay text on it and put it in the context of something different, it just makes it fun and funny. Like that one for changing clothes. I remember it was really trending last year, and I was like, yeah, me too. And especially because we're in lockdown and who is going to see all these nice outfits? So I'm going to put them on because who else is going to see them? I'm alone in the house. Yeah.
Amazing. So before we go to the benefits of maybe if there are benefits and how do you get those benefits, there's a few people tuned in, and I want to give a big shout out to David Mwangi's wife. She's saying, "Go hubby, your cheerleader is here." That's amazing to hear that your wife is here and supporting you, which is
Oh,
quite amazing. Thank you so
That's
much for
sweet.
that. And Sarah Njuguna
lovely.
saying, loving today's topic. Asante sana. So if you're there, you tuned in, just say something, maybe give support to our guests tonight and just say something to encourage them tonight. And we're going to go straight to the benefits. What are the benefits of creating content or being on social media? We'll start with you, Maureen.
Cool. Thanks, Pete. So I think benefits are obviously like at a certain level, when you build a big enough community, then you start getting approached by brands. And that's me speaking from both sides of being the people who look for people who are trending, David. I think we might need to use you somewhere because as well as you, Sally, those dance moves are fire. But yeah, so I think there's obviously like streams for revenue creation that come with it. I think for me, another benefit is just being able to build a community of people that you engage and that you can talk to, and like-minded individuals. So I think um, that's another one, and I think it also helps you to build a bit of confidence. Like, you just don't take yourself, like for me personally, like it's helped me not take myself too seriously because it really is not that serious, not all the time at least. So I think those are some of the benefits I can think of. Yeah.
Amazing. David, I normally take commission, but I'm not going to take commission on that one. So that's how networks are built. And then for David, what are some of the benefits maybe you've seen yourself or you've seen other people enjoying, especially being on social media? So what are some of the benefits?
I think for me it goes two ways. It goes individual and it goes corporate. As individual, you can focus on selling a service. You can focus on doing trends for entertainment, or you can focus on doing something that you want to benefit from. And if you use the proper channels to monetize your content or monetize whatever you're involved yourself with on the different social media platforms, it benefits a lot. For example, like when you post content, short or long content, and you have places where people want to put adverts or ads on your content, you earn revenue from that, for example. I've benefited a lot from TikTok because every time I go on TikTok, there's a way you use TikTok through wallets and gifts, and those gifts you convert them into money at the end of the day. So you can link up your bank account or your PayPal account, and you withdraw the money. I remember last year I did TikTok for like 2 hours, and I got enough money to buy my dad a new phone. So it's quite explosive based on what direction you're coming from. And for corporate also, like the modern world that we are in, it's essential. It's an essential component in any given corporate world or sector, where you want to have people who are managing your content online. You want you want to connect with the online market to market yourself. And it was also come in handy because it's also cost effective for most companies. Maureen can agree with me.
Yep.
uh, as compared to the old way of marketing and spending a lot of money to put up billboards out there and posters and everything. Nowadays, you just get few content creators and you're up and running. They push your content or they push your product and stuff, and the benefits, and it goes both ways for individuals and corporate. So and then again, you are able to create a whole wide of network when you have a content where you have a certain niche. You reach a wider audience when you know what you're concentrating on making, and at the same time you're building a network of people, a community where you can create change, where you can create a course, you can join other courses. And let's not only look at social media as a way of like we are concentrating on, let's say we're only talking about what we are doing on social media. It is also what it is doing to us. Like, we have news channels where we are getting informations from, and different. So it goes it goes both ways, like positive and negative. But I think as we speak right now, a lot of people are earning. They are making it a career for some people. But for me, social media comes in as a passive income generating, thing, where I have work and I have other things that can generate for me income. And on my free time, it's not wasted time for me. It brings in something at the end of the day.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. That's actually a good topic you've touched on, because gone are the days when we used to think you only go to the office to make money, or office jobs, become a pilot. These days, guys are getting money just being an influencer, something called an
Yeah.
influencer,
Yeah.
which we actually talking about. So if you're watching us tonight, you can actually go on social media, create content, become an influencer, become a brand ambassador, and start earning money. You don't have to spend your time just watching and flipping and liking people pages. You can actually start doing it and earning money, as these guys are actually telling us. We're gonna talk that a bit with Maureen, maybe after a few questions. So for Sally, what are some of the benefits maybe you've benefited from maybe TikTok? Or it's not necessarily money wise. It can be maybe physically you fit because you dance. It can be socially, you make connections or networks. So what are the benefits maybe for you, Sally?
For me, the biggest benefit is that I realized that I could enjoy my own company and that I could just spend a day at home and I would feel like it was productive because I did something. So I got to enjoy me. I got to like, because I used to depend on going out and enjoying other people's company. So that was very good for me because it made me settled and I came to realize that I can enjoy my own company. Yeah. The other benefit is that I met a lot, like most of my friends, and I realized that I don't have to have physical friends around me. Like I would say, most of my social media friends are very supportive, and we do talk, even if not like a lot, but we do advise each other. Like if I have something, I have created those connections that I was not creating with people on a daily basis. So yeah, that was good for me because I got to learn a lot and I got a lot of exposure and yeah, and I also became fit.
Amazing. Yeah, fitness. Yeah, some of us need to get back to dancing.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna go to very now as we wind up on that, and then I'm gonna ask maybe parting shot. But for someone out there who's watching us, would like to just know, how do I start? That's a very basic question, but someone might want to know, how do you even start creating content? What do I need? Do I need money? Do I
Install.
need a camera? Do I need it? What do I need? So we start with Sally. She's already saying something, and I'm gonna go everybody, and then we're gonna talk to Maureen for a bit, and then parting shots. But for Sally, what do you need to start?
Easy peasy. Everyone has a smartphone. It's a 21st century world. You just need your phone, go to Play Store, install it, install either TikTok, Instagram, or what else? TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. YouTube comes with your phone actually. You just click on your camera and just do, if you are a funny person, if you like dancing. Yeah, and you don't have to be creative because people like David have already made content for you. So you just copy whatever they're doing. And yeah, you don't have to be
David,
you
what do
don't
you
have
say
to be
about that? She's saying you've already created
um,
content for people. So how do people start? And what do you reply to Sally about what she's just said?
well, trust you me, I tried Sally's TikTok trend, and I almost broke my leg. I'm not that fast in dancing, maybe in running with the ball, but not dancing. It's very simple, Pete. It's very simple to start creating content. First and foremost, you just need the desire. You need the desire to come out. You know, we always say where there is a will, there is a way. You just need to come out, believe in yourself, have that belief, get a device, a smartphone, a tablet, a computer, a camera, whatever that can capture sound or picture. Get that, then know what kind of content you want to create. Do you want to create videos about makeup? Do you want to create videos about a certain product? Do you want to create videos about unwrapping gifts? Do you want to start vlogging? Do you want to do movie reviews? Do you want to do videos about celebrities? Do you want to do lip syncing, dancing? There's so many things. Do you want to mimic a certain character or personality and just do their own thing, like the way Sally saying, you can pick my content. You can't be David, but you can use David sounds or somebody. So it's very simple. It's very simple. But I think for me, most importantly, is to have that desire and the belief in yourself, and just know that when you have that belief in yourself, you know where you're going. You take a proper direction.
Amazing.
Because I believe everybody want to make content to influence positively.
Amazing. Maureen, same question to you. And then before you, after you answer that, I want to ask, why is there a change in trend, especially for companies? Being a digital marketing manager, how are companies now coming in and doing social media, marketing and all that? Is there a trend that has changed, and why are companies now going to social media? Have they seen something which we are not seeing? And maybe you can, give us a few secrets so that these guys can actually do something to get some money. So, Maureen, what do you need to start this social media? And then why are companies now going to social media?
Yeah. So for me, I'd say to start, you just need to start. Like literally everything they've said is spot on. Don't wait. Like I think as people, we like to like wait to present something perfect and polished, and you want to be like the Will Smith of production, and yeah, you want to have a serious setup like Pete, which we all aspire to. But honestly, like as I
Unachoma.
said, lazima nichome kidogo, lakini as I said, like if you have your phone, whatever smart device you have, imagine just start with that. Like I remember for me, honestly, like I had a desktop, like a side desk lamp in my bedroom. and I would put it on the table. Inanimulika, yani nakanika mwizi nimeshikwa kwa headlights, but inanimulika, and I put my phone on a pile of books and I start, and that's how I started. And honestly, it helps you build a confidence. It helps you explore different types of content. I love what David has said is like figure out what you want to do. And honestly, some of the best ways to figure out what you want to do is by trying different things. Try the dancing. If you discover you have 2 left feet, achia kinasali, hit her up for classes, Try the funny stuff. Ukiona niwe peke unacheka ama watu wanakucheka, you can find something else, but just like don't be afraid, and again, don't take yourself too seriously. Like at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. So that's what I would say about starting. Just start where you are with what you have, give it a go, and you'll start to discover more. And there's this thing about 10,000 hours. Like to become good at any craft, you have to spend 10,000 hours on it. So stop waiting for it to be perfect. Imagine just do it with what you have. Kama ile nini uko nayo ni jua, kwa sababu in the house it doesn't get so well lit usiku, then time it to when the sun is up, or if you're in Melbourne, those 2 seconds the sun has come out, do 1 frame, wait until tomorrow, go do another one. But yeah, that's how I'd say just start where you are with what you have. I think for the second question, one thing, that whole influencer idea is not a new thing. It's just the platforms that have changed. Think about celebrity endorsements, like even footballers or, and I'm saying footballers because, David, hi, I know you're going to become very famous. It's good that I know you now. So
Amen.
footballers, yes, say a big amen to that. Yes, seriously, Sahau. So, brands have always wanted a quick way for people to associate positively with their brands by people who are well liked and popular and loved. So that started with celebrities, but what social media has done is that it's made it so accessible for any person. As long as you can reach one person, then you're an influencer. Like it's just the scale of it that's different. So at the end of the day, with marketing, you want to reach people where they are and engage with them in a way that makes sense to them. So that's why businesses are now shifting, and they've been shifting for the past, I want to say 15 years or so, 15 to 17 years. It sounds a lot, but it's still very young because the platforms keep changing so quickly. Actually, no, not 15 years, but like, yeah, since the World Wide Web and, social platforms from around 2011, 2010, that period. And it's really about reaching people where they are. So what I would say is brands want to see where people are, that you have not just numbers, but an engaged community. Because, there's nothing like seeing someone who has millions of followers, but only 5 people have liked their post. So it kind of is like, it's also about having an engaged community. If you're looking to go the route to get sponsored by businesses, please build an honest community. Don't buy followers, don't go down the bots route, because people know, like, you will always be found out. I think just build a genuine community of a niche, and that's what businesses are looking to do, is engage with more people who will actually convert or who are relevant to their product or their business, rather than just following the big numbers. So that's what I would say. For any business that's not yet on social media, stop waiting. The train has left the station. Just start riding your bicycle until you catch up. So that's what I would say.
Wow, amazing. So is there tangible, some money to be made? Maybe you can tell, so that our viewers can know there's some money to be made, and what other benefits are actually there to be made, Maureen, from companies
Yeah.
using you as a brand ambassador or an influencer?
Yeah. So for any business, I would say the first thing is that you get awareness. So, the point of doing advertisements is you want people to know whatever product or service you're selling or offering. So what you get by working with brand influencers is that you get that awareness piece, because these are people they engage with on a daily basis. And, sometimes you look at numbers, and it's a whole thing of like major influencers and micro influencers. Micro influencers are also very powerful tools that you can use if you're a small business and you're like, I don't have hundreds of thousands. uh, of dollars to spend on a big celebrity. You can start with a smaller level. Just check if their audience matches the audience that you want. Like, for example, um, Sally, I'm sure, appeals to a very young fan demographic. So if that's something that you're looking to engage with, then that's something you can work with. And for content creators, I would say keep your numbers in check. Like, check, how what is your reach, what kind of impressions are you pulling, what kind of, even just beyond the likes, check the likes, check the comments, note down those numbers and keep a portfolio of the content that you're producing, because those are some of the things that will help you negotiate a good rate um, with brands that you're looking to work with. I would also say be proactive. Like, if there's a brand you really, really want to work with, position yourself in a way, find like an email address somewhere, slide in their DMs. You never know what could come of it. I always say, shoot your shot. The worst answer could be no. But if you don't ask, it's 100% no. When you ask, there's a 50% chance they might say yes. And for businesses, I think you'll see a good ROI. There's actually businesses, we've worked with influencers who have helped drive numbers for sales. They've helped drive numbers for the following of our social pages. So there's so many benefits to be earned from it. The rest, you can slide in my DM so you can have a paid consultation. But yeah.
Devi, I think you
Wow.
need to slide in so that you can get to know how to get that money,
Solution.
because we're creating content so that we actually get a bit, for your time. It's not the
Yeah.
main thing you're focusing on, but you need to know how to monetize your product, because that's the main thing Maureen is saying. So we in a very good point. Thank you for your time, and I want you to give a bit of advice to our viewers tonight, from where you're sitting, from what you've been doing, and what experiences you've had with social media or even the community as well. I want you, maybe for Sally, your age group, or the people who are on TikTok and trying to get on TikTok, and you've seen how they use TikTok, how they're addicted, or maybe how they're affected mentally, or what advice can you give that age group today? Someone who's looking at you and saying, "Oh, I'm in that age group," or someone you would like to reach. What can you tell them tonight? What advice can you tell our viewers tonight as we give our parting shot? So we start with you, Sally.
I'll tell my viewers tonight that if you like something and you feel like you can do it, but you feel like, oh my God, what are people going to say? Either way, people are going to judge you. If you do it and you don't do it, people will have something to say about you. So why don't you give them something to say that it's true, or something that you're doing, that when you hear something like, oh, she did this, you're like, oh yeah, I did it. So don't be afraid to get judged. Don't be afraid to get yourself out there. There's a lot to learn. There's money to be earned, and there's exposure, and you can really be out there. And yeah, just be yourself. Take your phone and enjoy your own company. That's all.
Amazing. Take your phone, start. That's very
Yeah,
powerful.
hit the
So
green
don't
button.
wait. Yes, don't wait.
Yeah.
Press
Don't
record.
keep on subscribing. Don't keep on subscribing to each other. Let them hit the notification for you.
Amazing. Start and let people subscribe to your channel. That's amazing. I
Yeah,
like
let
that.
them subscribe to yours.
Love it.
Amazing. David, what are your parting
Yeah.
shot tonight? What are you gonna tell our viewers tonight? I've seen some few laugh there and it's amazing. What are you gonna tell our viewers tonight, David?
Uh, for me, it's I'll just say, just do it. Just do it. I'll agree with Sally. Whatever you do, uh, even if it is a product, people are going to criticize it. Maureen, even if it is a dance, Sally, people are going to say somebody else did the trend better than you. But at the end of the day, it should first um, bring you happiness. If you're doing something and then you're looking at it and you're like, I'm not like the other person, nah. I think you should trust in yourself, just do it, and be very, very aware that social media is a very, very dangerous place to be. If you want to let yourself lose out there, don't lose your dignity for likes and follows. Respect yourself, even as you present presenting yourself. There's so many ways you can create content. You don't have to be seen. Also, we can listen to your voice. You can do audio or audio visuals and stuff. So if you're out there, you wanna show yourself, come out. Don't say I'm waiting to finish working out this month. I'm dieting so that I have a body to do TikToks. Oh, I'm not like this, I'm not like that. Come out, believe in yourself. You will find the right audience, the right network. You will grow as long as you're believing in yourself. So in conclusion, let me just say, for me, authenticity works for me. Just be authentic, be real. Don't come out and say fake it till you make it. Now you're going to fake and you're going to break. Be authentic, be real. Even if you're doing somebody else's content, be real on it. Be creative, because a platform like TikTok promotes creativity. A lot of people would say TikTok is for young people. If you're there, social media has no age, like other than minors. And minors do have these accounts under guidance and supervision from parents or guardians. So if I make a joke and I normally say, if social media is for the old people, probably we could be having something like a bingo Facebook for the old people. uh,
Bingo.
or we could, yeah, bingo Facebook, where
Funny.
it's for all people. So if we start secluding people because of age and calling out people because wewe ni mzee unafanya nini TikTok ni ya nini, Instagram ni ya kuoneshana mwili sijui nini. Use your social media wisely. Also, number two, you can make a career out of social media. There is career, it is proven, people are making money, but it doesn't mean that you drop out of school because you've seen somebody else work. In Kikuyu tunasemaga diakagota ya wakine. So if you ukiona neighbor yako imejengwa na
Please,
mawe
please
usiende.
translate.
Ikiona
Translate.
it normally says, if you see your neighbor building with mabatis, don't go and start cutting drums and making mabatis out of them. And maybe your level is grass or something else. Um,
They have this
Secondly,
thing.
that is the second thing, and the third thing is find fulfillment in it. Okay, find fulfillment in it. Don't be afraid to connect. Bring out something. At the end of the day, somebody like Sally, one day you will do a trend. Think about of a dance. The more you do trends, the more you think of doing your own trend, and you become viral. you know
Amen.
and for somebody like Maureen, I'm happy to meet her. uh Keep encouraging these people, young people, or micro influencers, because it is a motivation, it's a point of motivation. Trust you me, the algorithm behind social media is very interesting and mind-boggling. So when you see that you have so many followers and 5 likes, it starts getting in your head. So it is hard. It's hard to be on social media, but um, when you know when you know how to go around it, it's the best place you can ever be.
Amazing. Wow. So, Maureen, those are very wise words there. I don't know what you're going to tell us. And then after Maureen finishes, in 1 minute or in few seconds, I want people to know how they can follow you. And then we're going to start with Sally, Devi. But Maureen, your parting shots. And then after
Yep.
that, I want people to know how they can follow you and what channels or where are you. So, for Maureen, your parting shots.
All right. Hey, that wisdom. It's a tough follow-up, but Sally and David have done it
Catch up.
justice.
You need to catch up.
I think mine is to ongeza the Royco or come in as Salt Bay. I think the only thing I can add to what everyone has said is just have fun. Honestly, do it because do it have fun, do it purposefully. Like, just find out your why. The why is what will keep you going beyond the likes, beyond the money, all these things. Like, there's such a big purpose towards social media. Find your why, and don't, no matter how strange or weird you might think you are, there are many other strange, weird people like you, and you can form a community. So don't be afraid. Just put yourself out there, be authentic, and have fun. And have fun. And then I think the other thing I will say, I'll end with two quotes. So one is that, be you, everyone else is taken. All right, that's the one. Be you, everyone else is taken. And the second one is that there are many people with probably less talent, less natural talent than you, who are doing things that you would be excellent at because you're too scared to try. So over to you. That's it.
How do you end such a show? You know,
Bombo
I can't
class.
I can't even repeat what you. It's just anyway.
It's
Sally, how can
wisdom.
people find you, and where can people find you?
Oh yeah, pretty easy. So I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and basically my usernames in all platforms is Sally_Sarah with an H at the end. So yeah, follow, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Thank
Anyway,
you.
all social media content creators love that. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Like and
David,
share.
where can people find you?
Hey, nianzie wapi? Eh?
Address.
Maureen, hapa ndo wanasema
Yes.
Holy Spirit activate.
Activate.
Holy
Holy
Spirit,
Spirit,
activate.
Sijui
activate.
tuifanye, si
Holy
tuifanye.
Spirit,
Eh?
activate.
Holy Spirit
Yes.
activate. Holy Spirit
Holy
activate.
Spirit, activate.
Activate. Activate.
Activate. Activate.
I'm activated. So, the first place you can connect with me on Instagram. I use the same social media handle. It's Van Davil. It's VAN, then David like Davil. It's Vandavil on Facebook, on Instagram, and TikTok. It's the same username. I'm also on YouTube, but with my missus, we have a YouTube channel. It's called The Mwangis. The Mwangis, we do vlogging, couple vlogging, and talking to young people and connecting to young people and enjoying life together, doing something for the purpose. So that's where I am, and it's so easy to find me. Once you find me on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, I have linked all my social media handles all together.
Amazing. Feel free to write on the comments there. Like for Sally, you can write on the comments down there and people can see where to follow you. For David, I've put the official monkeys. You can put the other ones there. And then for Maureen, how can people find you? Feel free to write on the comments as well. People can see what you're writing on the comment
Yes.
section. Maureen, how can people follow you?
Wonderful. I was just typing out my handle in the chat. So you can find me on Instagram at _the lyricist. Now, my people from Central, LR is gonna be a bit difficult,
The
but
what?
The
the
what?
lyricist. The lyricist, because
Are
I'm
we
a
going
singer
there?
Just
songwriter.
type
Yeah.
Ara
We're
and
right there.
arrow. Anyways. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so at
arrow.
_the lyricist on Instagram. Follow me there. Everything else is linked from there. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you can find me.
Amazing. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. And for this short, it seems long, but it's very short. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching an entire episode, which has been 1 hour. It feels like it has been 30 minutes with these great people. Thank you so much for making time. And the follow-up of this will have a cyber, someone who does cyber security and, on social media, just to tell us how to be safe out there when you're doing social media, when you're creating content. so that we do the best and make that money. Because Maureen, we're coming for that money. At least now these people will ask me, how can I
Okay.
get hold of Maureen?
Lazima tuomoke na Maureen.
Yes, Maureen is there.
Kujeni,
Yeah,
tutawamoka.
other than that, I want to say thank you, Sally. Thank you, David. Thank you, Maureen, for your time. And I hope to catch you guys again for another great episode. We should do this more, but we'll see how we're gonna do that. But for me tonight, guys, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always giving us the support. Next week we have a great show lined up for you. We have great artists, music artists. We're looking into the music scene. What has been going on in the music scene? We want to find out, have people been producing music? Have people been, been productive? Because during pandemic, actually, music and entertainment has been the biggest industries that has been hit and has been hit hard because of the pandemic, of the lockdowns. People are not going to gigs or going to festivals. So we want to hear from artists themselves. What have they been doing during this pandemic, and how have they survived, or how have they been going through the pandemic, not even creating content? But tonight we want to say, whatever you want to start, it only takes a click of a button and you start. It's not hard. Take that phone, press record button, and start. That's it. And then the rest, you're gonna figure it as you go, because every step you're learning something. The next step you take, you learn something else. But if you don't take that step, you won't even start learning. So learning starts with a step. Take that step and you'll start learning, and everything else will fall into place. So from us tonight, the Konekt family, everybody who's made this a success, the people at the back of the back end helping me, I say thank you. And to my executive producer, that's my wife, I want to say thank you for all that you're doing, and also the other lead producers and everybody who's involved with the Konekt. Nasema, thank you so much. And from us tonight, we say God bless, stay safe, and go create content. There's money to be made out there. Thank you so much tonight. From us, we say, may God bless,
Holy
take it easy,
Spirit,
be safe,
activate.
and see you next time. Bye bye.
Holy Spirit, activate.